Hi everybody, so today I finally brought the most highly requested review for you guys. I brought the G-Dragon cushion from Moonshot. And for those of you guys who are not really familiar with the Moonshot brand itself, Moonshot is the brand or a cosmetic makeup line that YG Entertainment released a couple of years back, but I feel like now it's getting more attention since they hired G-Dragon and Sandra Park as their face of the brand. This especially is called G-Dragon cushion, and there's another white cushion called Sandra Park cushion. I heard that's more like a CC cream type. It doesn't really provide any coverage. It's very transparent. It's very pink. Whereas this cushion is the cushion that we all know, which is the cushion foundations. Before we jump into the review, I'm going to show the demo and the longevity test first. So this is one layer applied. I'm very happy with the result right now. I'm going to build up the coverage and target the little acne spots that I have. It's 10 a.m. in the morning right now. I'll come back in a couple of hours after I run some errands. 4 p.m. in the afternoon, I am back after 6 hours, and I didn't apply any concealer, which I thought I would need because it's not really a full coverage foundation, but actually it doesn't really look terrible. I mean, the coverage was decent enough to kind of blur out my imperfection, and I feel like you don't necessarily need a powder because it is very velvety satin, kind of matte. I can definitely notice that this foundation is something that will oxidize throughout the day. The color kind of developed into more orangey or more tan color. I guess that could be a turn-off to someone. I could barely spot anywhere that's a little bit melting or smudged or smeared. So far, it's looking very fresh, except my eye makeup. I don't have any complaints so far. It's looking fabulous. It's looking very poreless. I'll check back once more at the end of the day. 10:30 p.m. in the evening, so it's been 12 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to just blot my oil and some sweat. Around here, the coverage has definitely faded. I'm really impressed with the longevity of this. Oh my god. It hasn't really clinged or clogged around my pores at all. I think except the fading coverage and also just a little bit of oxidization. Staying power of this item is pretty damn good. It's bravo, Moonshot. This guy retails for 28,000 Korean won, which is approximately about $25 to $26. And it doesn't include another refill inside. You have to purchase the refill separately, which is 18,000 Korean won. The packaging is very YG Entertainment-y, I guess. It's very fun, holographic. It has like interesting design. The cushion case itself is very plain, simple, black, and the only holographic bit is engraved in the logo. There are 3 shades available for this cushion foundation. There's 101, 201, and the darkest shade I bought is 301, and that's supposed to match like shade 25, which I was really grateful to Moonshot for having a little bit darker shade than any other cushion foundations out there. It's pretty natural for any skin tones between MAC and C25 to 30, which is my shade, and it matches my skin tone perfectly, and I'm really happy about the shade. I would say the undertone of this foundation is pretty neutral. It doesn't really lean towards either rosy or yellowish undertone, but I did experience that it kind of does oxidize into a little bit of yellowish sand side. I was so pleasantly surprised with the application because it blended really evenly and seamlessly. It adhered to the skin really well and it stick to the skin really well. It didn't really leave any tacky or sticky residue on your face, which I appreciated a lot. And this guy layers beautifully without caking up or either just looking too thick and heavy. It just looks very natural as soon as you blend it in. It's a very lightweight and a very kind of fresh cushion foundation. I really don't know how to describe this because it's a very scientific thing, but I feel like there's something about the formulation that's way more micro than any other cushion foundation or liquid foundations that I've tried in the past. I feel like the smaller particles, it's kind of like filling in, kind of smoothing your entire pore. It just gives you like a very smooth, even skin texture with a very sheer layer. And I feel like with the littlest effort, you really achieve that professional finish. The coverage was kind of decent too. It was more like medium to medium high. Moving on to the texture and finish, I was really surprised because it kind of reminded me of the YSL cushion's finish, texture, consistency, everything. And I adore this cushion foundation. And if you guys haven't checked out my dedicated review for this guy, I can link it right here and also in the description box down below so you guys can check it out. So I guess if you do love the YSL cushion but you're too afraid to repurchase it because the price is kind of insane, I feel like Moonshot is very similar and very comparable to it. The price point is way cheaper and also it is made by the same manufacturing company, so that could be another reason. I decided to experiment with these two today, so I applied the YSL cushion on my right and the Moonshot cushion on my left. I couldn't even notice any difference. Moonshot coverage was slightly better than the YSL one. The color was even very similar. I have the YSL cushion in number 30. The finish on both sides has a beautiful velvety satin semi-matte to almost matte finish. So it does kind of dry to matte, but it still has that kind of radiance or a little bit of dew going on my cheek. Overall, I feel like I discovered a really decent cushion foundation. I really love this. It was surprising because I didn't really have high hopes on this, and I feel like they were kind of using the fame from G-Dragon and Sandra Park. I am just really glad that I finally found a dupe for the YSL cushion. I already ran out of this cushion and I was kind of like meaning to repurchase it, but I was kind of hesitant because it was too pricey. But since I have this guy, I'm happy for now and I highly recommend this. I think it will cater a lot of different skin types out there. And if you did try this out, please share your skin type and your experience down below in the comment box. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Yes. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can click the red subscribe button down below. That will help me out a lot. And also, if you want to check out other Korean makeup product reviews, I will leave it here or either here and also in the description box below. I will see you guys next time with another review.